back to Ramz Tutorial Educational Channel. Today guys, we're going to discuss
Hello
about
guys, welcome back to my
circulatory
channel,
system,
Ramz Tutorial
the
Educational
functions
Channel.
and uses.
If you are new here to my channel, please don't forget to hit the notification bell icon and click the bell button so that you're updated in our latest tutorial. Today guys, we're going to discuss about different topics. Welcome back again to Ramz Tutorial!
What is circulatory system? Their parts and functions. The circulatory system, also called the cardiovascular system or the vascular system, is an organ system that permits blood to circulate and transport nutrients, such as amino acids and electrolytes, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hormones, and blood cells to and from the cells in the body to provide nourishment and help in fighting diseases, stabilize temperature and pH, and maintain homeostasis. The circulatory system class, my dear students, it includes the lymphatic system, which circulates lymph. The passage of lymph takes much longer than that of blood. The blood is a fluid consisting of plasma. The RBC is what we call the red blood cells. The WBC is what we call the white blood cells, and the platelets. That is circulated by the heart through the vertebrates or vascular system. Remember, my dear viewers, it's carrying oxygen and nutrients to and waste materials away from all body tissues. Lymph is essential recycled excess blood plasma after it has been filtered from the interstitial fluid between the cells and returned to the lymphatic system. The cardiovascular, from Latin words meaning the heart and vessel, system comprises the blood, heart, and blood vessels. The lymph nodes, and the lymph vessels form the lymphatic system, which returns filter the blood plasma from the interstitial fluid between the cells as lymph. As we have seen in our diagram, it's all about the human circulatory system. The circulatory system of the blood is seen as having two components. And what are those? A systematic circulations and a pulmonary circulations. Whereas, or while humans, as well as other vertebrates, have a closed cardiovascular system, meaning that the blood never leaves the network of arteries, veins, and capillaries. Some invertebrate groups have an open cardiovascular system. The lymphatic system, on the other hand, is an open system providing an accessory route for excess interstitial fluid to be returned to the blood. The more primitive diploblastic animal phyla lack circulatory systems. So remember class, the cardiovascular systems, we have the venous system, the circulations, the arterial system, and the structure of our heart. Talking about cardiovascular system class, the essential components of these are human cardiovascular systems are the heart, blood, and blood vessels. It includes the pulmonary circulations, a loop through the lungs where blood is oxygenated, and the systemic circulations. A loop means class is through the rest of the body to provide oxygenated blood. The systemic circulations can also be seen to function in two parts, a macrocirculations and a microcirculations. An average adult contains 5 to 6 quarts, roughly 4.7 to 5.7 liters of blood, accounting for approximately 7% of their total body weight. The blood consists of plasma, RBC or red blood cells, WBC or white blood cells, and platelets. Also, the digestive system, works with the circulatory system to provide the nutrients and the systems need to keep the heart pumping, or in order to keep our hearts works. Remember, my dear viewers, we're going to tackle the different functions, the parts of circulatory system. Next are arteries. The arteries class oxygenated blood enters the systemic circulations when leaving the left ventricle through the aortic semilunar valve. The first part of the systemic circulation is the aorta, a massive and thick-walled artery. The aorta arcs and gives branches supplying the upper part of the body. After passing through the aortic opening of the diaphragm at the level of the thoracic 10 vertebra, it enters the abdomen. Later it descends down and supplies branches to abdomen. Later it descends down and supplies pelvis, perineum, and the lower limbs. The wall glass of the aorta are elastic. This elasticity helps to maintain the blood pressure throughout the body. When the aorta receives almost 5 liters of blood from the heart, it recoils and is responsible for pulsating blood pressures. Moreover, as aorta branches into smaller arteries, their elasticity goes on decreasing and their compliance goes on increasing. And that is what you call arteries. The next is the capillaries. Arteries branch into small passages called arterioles and then into the capillaries. The capillaries merge to bring blood into the venous system. The veins are the main article, which is the vein. Capillaries merge into venules, which merge into veins. The venous system feeds into two major veins, which is the superior vena cava, which mainly drain tissues above the heart, and the inferior vena cava, which mainly drain tissues below the heart. These two large veins empty the right atrium of the heart. Portal veins is the main article. The general rule is that article from the heart branch out into capillaries, which collect into veins leading back to our heart. Portal veins are a slight exemption to this in humans. The only significant examples is the hepatic portal vein, which combine from the capillaries around the gastrointestinal tract, where the blood absorbs the various products of digestions, rather than leading directly back to our heart. In the hepatic class, the portal vein branches into second capillary system and the liver. Next is we're going to talk about the heart. The heart, my dear student, it pumps oxygenated blood to the body and deoxygenated blood to the lungs. In human heart, there is one atrium and one ventricle for 8 circulations, and with both system pulmonary circulations, there are 4 chambers in total, are left atrium, left ventricle, right atrium, and right ventricle. The right atrium class is the upper chamber of the right side of the heart. Blood that is returned to the right atrium is deoxygenated or in oxygen and passed into the blood and return to the right atrium. And then the ventricle then pumped through the pulmonary artery to the lungs for reoxygenations and return carbon dioxide. And the left atrium also class receives newly oxygenated blood from the lungs as well as the pulmonary vein, which is passed into the strong left ventricle to be pumped through the aorta, different organs of the body. That is how heart pumps or how heart works into our body to maintain oxygen. Okay, pump oxygenated blood to our body and deoxygenated blood to our lungs in order for us to breathe and in order for us to live. Next is our coronary vessels. Remember, my dear viewers, my dear student, please keep on watching. The heart itself is supplied with oxygen and nutrients through a small lobe of the systemic circulations and derives very little from the blood and contained within the four chambers. The coronary circulations system provides a blood supply to our heart muscles itself. The coronary circulations begins near the region of the aorta by the two coronary arteries, the right coronary arteries and the left coronary artery, nourishing our heart muscles, and then returns through the coronary veins and to the coronary sinus. And from this one into the right atrium backflow of blood through its opening during arterial systole. It prevented by the Tivian valve and the smallest cardiac veins drain directly into the heart chambers. In our diagram, my dear viewers or my dear students, the coronary arteries of the heart, we have the different parts: left coronary artery, circumflex artery, left or obtuse marginal artery, left anterior descending artery, the diagonal arteries, right coronary artery, and the right or acute marginal artery. Hope, my dear viewers, to really understand about our topic, the circulatory parts and functions of this. If you are new here to Ramz Tutorial Educational Channel, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell icon so that you're updated on our latest video tutorial. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on my next video. Bye-bye. God bless us and mabuhay.